Today we're going to talk about the periodic table. This video will provide you with the notes that you'll need in class while we start our discussion of the periodic table. During the presentation, remember to take your time. These will be the notes that you'll be using in class. You can stop or pause the video at any time to catch up on your notes. You are able to rewind to review the concepts. You are also allowed to watch the video as many times as necessary to understand all the concepts presented in the video. The notes will be taken in your interactive science notebook in Cornell style. The periodic table. When we talk about the periodic table, we need to talk about the periodic table laws. When elements are arranged in order, physical and chemical properties repeat in a regular or periodic pattern. Organization of the periodic table has two different parts to it. Periods refer to the rows in the periodic table numbered from top to bottom 1 through 7. Groups, also called families, refer to each column of the elements from left to right. Elements in the same group share similar physical and chemical properties. Special families and groups. Group 1 alkali metals are shiny solids that are malleable, ductile, and very good conductors of electricity. This family consists of the most reactive metals. They are highly reactive in water. Group 2 alkali earth metals. Not quite as reactive as Group 1 metals. These metals have higher densities and higher melting points. Group 3 through 7 are the transition metals. Most of the metals in this family have high melting points and wide industrial uses. These metals also play an important role in living organisms. Within the transition metals, we have what's called the intertransition metals, and these include the lanthanids and the actinids. Group 17 are the halogens. They're highly reactive nonmetals. All these elements exist as diatomic molecules in nature. Group 18, the noble gases. These are the least reactive nonmetals. We see them a lot in industrial use when we see neon signs. As we look at the periodic table, we notice that it is multicolored. This gives us a better understanding of the breakdown of the periodic table. Along the left-hand side, you'll see the numbers of the different periods. Along the top, we have the groups or families. In Group 1, on the far left-hand side, we have the alkali metals. Group 2 are the alkali earth metals. Then in the middle of the periodic table, we have the transition metals. Down below that are the intertransition metals of the periodic table. As we move to the right-hand side of the periodic table, we see a zigzag pattern going through the periodic table. This separates the metals from the nonmetals. Elements along this line are called semimetals. They have some properties of metals and some properties of nonmetals. Then on the far right-hand side, we have our noble gases. That's it for today's notes. We'll see you tomorrow in class.